Hi guys, welcome back. Today is rant number 9 and we are talking about razor adverts. So these are razor adverts for men and women. This particular rant will mostly be focusing on the men because I don't have much experience of women's razors, but I'm assuming there or thereabouts it's going to be the same. If it's not, let me know in the comments below and I'll do one especially for women. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of find it really annoying. When I was first starting out shaving, for me it was plain and simple. You had plastic Bic razors, one blade, two blade, or you had Gillette, and everyone in school was using Gillette, and that's kind of the way I went. And I think it was a three-blade razor at the time. No, it was a two-blade razor. Sorry, two-blade razor that I had at the time. And yeah, all metal kind of handle, metal blades kind of stuff. Looked really nice, really premium, and I was like, wow, this is great. But as the years have gone by, as the decades have gone by in my case, I've kind of sort of got really fed up of razor adverts, and the way that it's kind of sort of portrayed. The thing I don't get is why are the men and the women in these adverts, by and large, always young, attractive people. Are they the only people that shave? Maybe do old people not shave? Anyone who's elderly, people in their 40s, 50s and 60s, don't shave, I assume. Maybe just the hair just runs away. It's the sort of fear of getting old or something. You don't need a razor anymore. And why do they keep doing this? They do this every single time, and I think there's a advert with, I think it's Raheem Sterling in there, I'm not quite sure, but he is applying shaving cream on his skin after he's already had a very close shave. Okay, he's had his shave, he puts his gel or cream on, lathers up, and then takes this razor and just miraculously runs it over his face, and it's all clear of hair. It's all vanished. It's like it's been scared away from his face. No stubble, no nothing. He doesn't even have to clean the razor. It's absolutely stupid. That just does not happen. And that kind of mind-numbing, we're going to sell you this product, look at this guy, he's just put it on his face and it's just literally stripped all of the hair straight off, is a load of rubbish. After one glide, yes, if the razor is brand new, yes, if you've steamed your face, yes, if you've used warm water and all that kind of stuff, yes, you can get a good shave. And if you use the open bladed ones, or probably go to a barber and get them to do it, yes, that's all a yes. But just at home, when the blade has had its second or third shave and you're thinking, no, I can get a fantastic shave, not really. Not all the time. You do need to sort of sweep through sort of 2 or 3 times before you actually get there, and that doesn't seem to sink into these advertisers and marketing people that create all these rubbish stupid ads and make you believe this wonder razor exists. And if that kind of wasn't enough, then they are so good at selling you absolute, they'll sell you a razor and they'll say, oh, this is our new razor, this is fantastic, use this product, it's got 4 blades on it or 5 blades on it. That's fantastic, but why are you still selling your 3-bladed razor then? By virtue of you saying that you've got this 5-bladed razor out and it's the best shave that a man can get or whoever can get, then on that basis, isn't it fair to assume that your previous products are now redundant, obsolete, and not capable of doing the job that you designed them to do? And if that is the case, why are you still selling them, and why are you selling them for the same price that they were selling before? Or bar a couple of pounds discount just to sort of clear the warehouse of this, this obsolete stock. But why are we still seeing razors like that? You don't get that with car manufacturers, do you? BMW doesn't come along and say, oh, here we go, we've got this brand new 2020 M3, and we've parked it alongside in our showroom with the 1999 M3. Which one do you fancy? They're both the same price, give or take, a couple of grand here or there. That doesn't happen. car manufacturers evolve their cars over a period of time, and you would expect them to get better if not for performance, for safety or reliability or whatever the key factors are when having, a car buying decision presented to you. And that doesn't seem to happen with razors. With razors, you can just have any old rubbish. It doesn't matter who made it, it doesn't matter how it's designed. It's fine. It's going to do you, the job that it should, and it doesn't. It cuts your face, it really, really just tears into your skin and creates rashes and all sorts of stuff. And, they start doing silly things like with the handles, for example. They'll turn around and they'll start selling us the actual, the whole kit, the handle, the blade, and they'll turn around and say, look, this particular razor has got, it's built-in fusion, buy this, or this one's got turbo on it. Buy this one, it's Mach 3 or it's extreme or whatever it is, whatever the buzzword is that gets the guys sort of, excited about that razor. That's the kind of stuff that they're going to be going for. They're not going to give a damn about the quality of the shave because they've got nothing to refer to. All they've got is an advert which really doesn't mean anything until they actually open the razor and use it. But the manufacturer of the razor has already got the sale by then. So it's a question of, do you now want to take this 10, 15, 20 pound handle with complementary 1 or 2 blades and throw it in the bin, or are you just going to sort of run with it? And because they're new blades, you'll put it to your face, it'll work fantastic. You'll think, wow, this is great, it's so much better than my old one. This one's got a lubricating strip and everything. That's what I'll go for. But after about 2 or 3 shaves, the lubrication strip is literally, worn away into next to nothing. You saw these sort of orangey, yellowy kind of bits on your face or on the towel when you're drying the blade. The razor's starting to sort of fall apart. But you've got this fantastic handle, and with a handle, you would expect there to be some kind of life in there, some longevity, should I say. And that doesn't happen either, because the handle itself is metal. Fantastic, but the actual sort of pincers, the bits that hold the clip mechanism that holds the blade, from my experience, it tends to be plastic. And as you clip in, clip out new razor blades, that mechanism starts to fray at the edges until one day you go and put a blade in there, and as you're shaving, the blade just kind of falls off and potentially could even cut you quite badly. But again, I don't understand why the shaft of the razor handle, as it were, is metal, but the actual clips are plastic. That shouldn't be the case. It's either a full plastic construction or it's a full, metal construction. Pick one. But it's almost like you're designing things to fail, and you're designing them to fail, but do them in a way that doesn't mean that the blade is going to fall off and potentially run across someone's face and slit their cheek off. It would be nice if you did that. That would be quite good. And this thing of, I'm going to sell you this blade, I'm going to sell you this blade with whatever, the ultra glide strip or the lubrication strip, the aloe vera strip, the whatever it is that they have on there, the buzzword, they're not going to sort of, where are you going to stop? I don't quite sort of understand, how much lubrication can you put on your face, how much aloe vera can you put on your face, and how sensitive can you make a blade before it stops? There's a point at which all of that must stop, and I kind of get that feeling with the actual blades themselves when people say, oh, I've got a 5-bladed razor or something. But are we going to end up with a 10-bladed razor? Is it going to be the size of a shovel? Are you going to have to, will you get a friend round to sort of have just for him to help you lift this up and scrape it against your face so you can get some hair off? How does it work? Will you ultimately just go absolutely insane and just take a blowtorch to your face and think, oh, you know what, if there's just no hair at all because I had no face because I've burnt it off, then I don't have to worry about buying these razors. But no, it just, I don't know, it's, the decision to buy razors for me when I was in my teens was very easy. You just had rubbish Bic razors and you had Gillette razors, and that was it. And Wilkins Sword was very much a case of, yeah, you could buy it, but we'll see how it goes. There was nothing fancy at the time about it. But things have changed now. Now everything's focused on branding, everything's focused on image, everything's focused on a lifestyle choice. And so, buzzwords like aloe vera, like sensitive, like non-slip, easy grip, are things that people look at and they think, yes, I want an easy to grip razor to shave my legs, to shave my face, but as opposed to what? As opposed to a razor that's not easy to grip. Do you want something like, I want a razor that's non-slip, but surely you should design a razor that's non-slip by default. You shouldn't give the consumer, a choice and say, would you like to slash your face with this blade or not? It's crazy. I mean, everything they do is just on how many sales we can get. Which buzzword can we use to sell this product to you, and how well can we package the item so that you feel when you grab that item off the shelf that there, as you walk into the till, there's this sense of kudos, and there's this kind of proud kind of, oh my god, hey look everyone, I've got Fusion Pro, this is £15, £20 worth of razor. Oh, I'm rolling in it, don't worry about it, I've just bought myself 10 blades, it's cost me about £25 or whatever it is, £18 depending where you get it from. Maybe there's a sense of wealth associated with your choice of razor as well. I don't know, but you kind of sort of get that feeling that it is. And the packaging is never easy to open. And that's another thing I found quite annoying, is every time you go and buy one of these razors, this is strange, because if you go and buy a disposable razor, you effectively get it in a crisp packet type setup. You just open it and you just use whichever razor you want. You go and buy a metal razor where the handle is made out of metal or titanium or whatever it is, all of a sudden it's kind of in this blister packaging, and it will slit your hands, it will drive you mad to try and open it. You will need a knife or a pair of scissors. You might even need a razor blade to actually get the packaging open. That's how crazy they do it. And they'll say things like, but we do it because these blades are dangerous. Also are the blades in the disposable razors as well. That can't be the only reason that you're doing it. Oh, because these are high value items. But if they're high value items, then why don't you put them behind the counter in the customer service area? And why is it that when you go ahead and buy something like the refills, the blades themselves, they're not in a blister packaging, they're in that little safety kind of plasticky box which someone runs through and takes the tag off, and then it goes, there you go, those are your razors, and by and large most of the time you can get access to them pretty quickly. But that doesn't happen with the actual handle, and this is kind of a case of sort of companies creating handles and then going ahead and creating blades which they're not compatible with the rest of their range. So you're literally a case of, I'm a Mac 3 guy, I'm a Pro Fusion guy, I'm an Extreme Pro guy, or whatever it is, whatever the buzzword is, and you'll get a handle for that which will have a particular attachment, and you will get a particular set of razor blades which will go with that handle, and you won't be able to downsize to use cheaper blades, and you won't be able to sort of upscale, as it were, and use better quality blades, because none of the attachments, as it were, the handles won't be compatible with that type of blade. And that I find very, very irritating as well. And all of this is kind of, like I say, lifestyle branding, that's where it's all focused on, in my opinion. Moving on to razors, for me, I have always, we're talking about sort of branding and lifestyle choices and things like that, I have always had the opinion that Bic razors are tripe. They're poor quality, rubbish blazers. If you want to literally slit your face, go and get yourself a Bic razor. It doesn't matter what type of razor it is, just go and buy a Bic one. I think they're going to by and large be rubbish. The plastic ones are really. On the first shave, you will aggravate your skin, and you will probably even cut yourself as well. So that's the kind of quality we're looking at there. I would try my best to stay away. I've learnt my lessons with Bic razors. I don't buy them anymore. So by default, the marketing people have basically given us two options. It's basically Gillette, which has more kudos in the marketplace. It's kind of your one-size-fits-all kind of thing. And with that kind of razor, you've got a wide variety of different razors. You've got a wide variety of different sort of performance levels, should I say. So depending on your budget, you can get some kind of a shave, and in theory the shave should be a good quality shave. Now the problem is that if you again buy their disposable razors, in my opinion they tend not to be the best. I would stick with the metal razors that they have, and even those, the blades and things tend to get quite expensive over time, and you could buy quite a few blades, you know, every year. So I've recently been looking for a slightly more cost-effective solution. I did go out and get myself a cutthroat razor and thought, you know, can I go ahead and just sort of get a much better, cleaner shave that way? But I don't know, maybe I can't use it properly at the moment, or I don't know, maybe I'm just sort of not getting the technique right. So I've kind of left that to one side, and I've kind of experimented with different brands. And in this instance, I've tried Wilkinson Sword. It's kind of like the dark horse, as it were. It's kind of like Gillette's little brother, literally. Wilkinson Sword was partly owned by Gillette in 1973, around about 22% share. So, but in America, due to sort of competition and Gillette basically having a monopoly on razor blades and that kind of stuff, competition sort of authority basically ordered them in 1992 to go ahead and release their holdings in Wilkinson Sword. So Wilkinson Sword effectively became its own entity, its own brand from there onwards. And obviously for them to bolster their presence, recently in 2019 they went and bought the Harry's brand, which has its own lifestyle, which has its lovely kind of, you know, a fair shave for a fair price kind of thing going, which, you know, from a marketing point of view and from a lifestyle point of view is good for those people that want that kind of image. You know, then yeah, Harry's is a good way to sort of go about that. But £4 a razor, you know, delivered to you door to door, to be honest, I don't think that's fantastic. It's a gimmick from my point of view, and bearing in mind that Wilkinson Sword were owned by Gillette, I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of the R&D of Gillette in Wilkinson Sword products to get them up to speed. So it's not like you're buying an inferior product here by buying Harry's or buying Wilkinson Sword, but what I believe is Wilkinson Sword products have an element of Gillette R&D in their products. Whether that's, it's not going to be recently, but it's going to be from the historic merger, as it were, of the two businesses. And what's going to happen is that will be pushed down into the Harry's brand. So Harry's brand will effectively have an element of R&D from the Wilkinson Sword products. Now, if that is the case, then there's no point spending £4 on one razor. It doesn't make sense. You're better off. I'll put a link in the description below, but the razor that I've been using since kind of March 2020 has been the Wilkinson Sword Extreme 3 Ultimate. Now that's a mouthful. Okay, disposable razors, so you don't have to worry about paying for expensive handles, which are going to sort of degrade over time. And the blades themselves, from my opinion, I found them to be really, really good. I shave once a week. Okay, if you've got a heavy build-up of facial hair, if you've got a really tough kind of hair, then okay, fine, the blades will take a hit. But for me, I've always shaved sort of once a week, and that's enough for me. If you're shaving once a day, I wouldn't recommend this product. You're welcome to give it a go. It's basically the cost of a pint. But if you don't shave that often, if you do shave maybe once a week or once every maybe 2 days, something like that, then I would definitely think about buying this product. It's available from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description, like I said, below. I'm not an Amazon affiliate. I don't get any commission. I don't get any sort of cut of anything. If you buy it, you buy it for your own benefit, and Amazon gets a sale, and whoever's selling it, makes a bit of money. I don't make anything out of this, but it's just I'm sharing my experience. £4, 4 razor blades. That's the most expensive price. I have seen it for around £2.99 for 4 razors, and that's including postage. Okay, I started using this razor in March. I'm still using it now. It's still doing the job, and it's not cutting my face. Okay, it's done it once or twice when I've maybe sort of had a few drinks and stuff and gone a bit crazy, but by and large, most of the time, it's a perfect swap out for an expensive Gillette razor to move to this Wilkinson product. I would definitely try that. I would get your friends and family and anyone who wants to try it to do so, and if you have any women in the family, definitely get them to try this as well, because ultimately, in my opinion, I think it's the same blades. It's just marketed for women. They put a pink little sort of cover over the top, or a green cover, and they say, oh, such and such razor for women. It's not. It's the same product. It's just the change of the handle and the change of the packaging, and the color of the product just changes a little bit, but it's the same thing. So give that a go. I'm getting something like 16 shaves out of one razor, something like that. It's pretty decent stuff, and I think I could probably use 4 razors in 1 year. So that's basically, it's going to cost me £4 a year to shave. And that's literally how it is. So every quarter I'm going to change the razor and use a new one. I haven't done that so far because the razor's been really good, and for me, I tend to shave down and I shave up, so I get a proper clean shave out of it. So that works perfectly for me. So definitely if you can, buy it, give it a go. It's a really gem of a razor. Check the reviews out as well. I was pleasantly surprised at this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video now, but definitely try the razor out. If you do, let me know in the comments below. It's got a flexi head, it's disposable, it's got a lube strip, it's cheap, it shaves good, it doesn't kink, it doesn't cut. I don't get any commission or anything out of it, other than you guys putting a nice comment below to say thank you very much, it's worked for me. But like I say, if you've got a lot of heavy hair, it probably won't work for you. Try it out, tell me which brands you use, tell me if you're brand loyal or not, and let me kind of know your shaving razor experiences and comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video.